So I haven't been doing my vlogs, just been study running my essay and my speech, so some things have fallen behind. So really need to get back focused on my artwork. I was getting somewhat frustrated with it because it was so self-absorbed and all to do with me and how I was feeling and what my struggle was, and all those things are important and we need those things, because if you don't have peace of mind or you're not happy with who you are, you're not going to be at peace with anything really. But at the same time, I was really looking for the answers within myself, which for me, I don't know, maybe that works for some people, but for me it just made me feel incredibly selfish and made me dislike myself, which obviously isn't a good thing, and it's not good to be selfish anyway, like for anyone, even if you know you need to take care of yourself, but it's not good to have everything in your life revolving around you. And it's not like I meant it for me, but being away from my family for uni and just trying to understand myself better, and get myself into a better place, I was becoming a little bit too self-absorbed and thinking, you know, that the struggles I have with like what comes after life and, you know, all those things which are important, but I'm never really going to have the answers to them because they're all theories and they're all just assumptions, and I've got to come to a peace with that. So how therefore do I become happy with what I'm doing? And I try to express that through my artwork, because art is a lot to do with who I am. And so even though I'm enjoying what I'm doing and I'm not finished it yet and I'm still going to finish it, I was just finding it really hard to do because I didn't want to think about myself or have anything to do with myself, because I was just finding it too much. And so I had to take a step back for a little bit and really think about, if I really want to do this, if I really want to be an artist and make it who I am, how am I going to do it without having this happen to me towards the end of everything I do, where I just can't stand it anymore and I don't want to look at it or have anything to do with it. And so I've been thinking about what I'm going to do next year, which has been exciting. And I've been so slack, I just realised with my vlogs I haven't even explained, nearly finished the video and just still trying to figure out some technical things, so I'll put that on as soon as it's done. But I've also, in the meantime, haven't just been doing that, I've been organising my performance. So I'm actually doing one that people can come watch, which has made me really nervous, especially because I don't want anything to do with myself at the moment, so having everyone come look at me is kind of like, wow. But that's nearly done. That's going to be on in 2 weeks, and it's pretty much all finalised. All the stuff is is prepared for it and everything. So, and that's based on Rothko's work, especially his chapel paintings, the black canvases that he did, because you know he had that comment that he made that people who weep in front of my canvases have the same spiritual experience that I had when I was painting them. And I remember when I first saw them in first year, I didn't know who they were and I didn't know what they were, but because I grew up in a Christian home and I've seen a lot of different kinds of church buildings and different kinds of ways of expressing it, and even though I don't necessarily believe it now, I still believe that, you know, we do have a character or whatever it is. And when I saw those chapels, I was just like, oh, and I just felt like that expresses the feeling of not understanding and the feeling of not knowing and the feeling of what is there. And it was just this blackness, but it wasn't like a depressing blackness. It was like an accepting blackness, that it's okay not to know. It's okay just to let it wash over you and accept it and just let it flood you. And it was really exciting. And so I'm basing the performance, the end of it is going to be expressing that, and the start of it expressing our obsession with our bodies and the way we look and our appearances, because I've struggled with that. I think a lot of people struggle with that, not liking the way they look or not ever thinking they're good enough, and that's often been expressed through artwork. And so I'm expressing that through The Birth of Venus, and her body was very unrealistic, and it was done back in the Renaissance time, so it's not something new, these unrealistic expectations on the human body. So that's what the performance is going to be on, and then I'll also be filming it and making it into a video, so I'll post that also online when it's done. But yeah, so anyways, so that's that. And the thing I'm doing next year is going to be focusing a lot more on the people around me. I've got to look into a lot of technical things to do with that. How am I able to do that? Because I'd like to base it on real people, not just make them up, but then there's a lot of law stuff I have to look at. So that's going to be a challenge, but that'll be interesting. So I'm really excited about next year, but I still got to stay focused and get this finished now. and do this. But I'm very excited for next year now, and I'm like, yeah, feeling a lot better. So anyway, sorry that I haven't done anything for ages. Yeah, and I'll post the other video on very, very soon, and the performance will be up in probably about a month at the latest. Yeah, thank you.